Hello, good morning, and welcome to the CROSSFIRE show on StarTimes Channel 196. My name is Gbenga, Aborouwa, and I'm sitting in for Dapo Banjo, joined by the beautiful Miss Ishioma.
Wow. Good morning. Welcome to CROSSFIRE today.
Yes, and how's it going?
Beautiful.
Today is Friday, and it's known as...
We're warming up.
Talk Back.
Yeah, feedback Friday.
Yes.
And then we'll be taking a look at some of the trendy stories and the issues which we discussed over the week. I guess we have some of them with you.
Oh, yes. Some of the trending stories we have is President Buhari, just freshly back from France, where he was on a 3-day state visit, has proposed his proposed visit to Cross River State for the groundbreaking ceremony for the 260-kilometer dual-carriage superhighway has been cancelled. A statement signed by Christian Ita, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor Ben Ayade of Cross River State, confirmed this cancellation. It is stated that the decision to postpone the ceremony was communicated to the Governor in a letter signed by the Chief of Staff to the President, Abba Kyari. The reason for this cancellation, by the way, is said to be attributed to a letter that was written to the President by the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Environment, Nana Fatima Mayday, who claimed that the proposed highway, if allowed to go on, would cut through the Cross River National Park.
Well, I guess these were some of the things which they ought to have envisioned while they had the design and the draw plan. So why now? I mean, after allowing the road, spending billions on the construction, and now you're shifting. But that's not even the issue for me.
No, it's even the groundbreaking. So they must have done feasibility studies. And they must have surveyed the area. So didn't you know this thing was who approved the design? It should have come up in the...
Exactly. But this is not the major issue for me. The major issue for me is, please, we need a president to focus on certain issues, on certain national issues. Why should the president be going about commissioning certain projects, capital projects? Why? I need to understand why.
I agree with you on
why
that.
Should the president be bothered about that? I mean, there's so many things he should focus on.
It's 2015, and I was taken aback a few days ago when I saw a news report about the vice president commissioning streetlights in Abuja, and I said, no, how did we get to this level?
We have state governors commissioning boreholes.
There are things that we should look beyond that. We should be looking at infant mortality rates, commissioning world-class hospitals and schools, not streetlights. I think
when you say world-class hospitals, now you took my mind back. Now there was a certain state which I will not probably want to refer to,
I'm sure
and we heard a lot of Nigerians. I'm sure they are aware. Quote unquote, they refer to that hospital built by that certain governor as world-class. But why was it that when that governor had was involved in a certain accident, he had to be flown abroad to check up? So if that hospital was world-class with all the, all the amounts of money which they said they pumped in on it, why wasn't he referred to the hospital for checkup? Why did he? So these are the things President Muhammadu Buhari should be saddled with, looking at. Issues of medical tourism should be scrapped. As far as you are a Nigerian and you're a political office holder, no more medical tourism. If you want to get treated, be treated here in Nigeria. I guess
politicians need to walk the walk and talk the talk, and not just talk the talk.
There's so much to be done.
I really agree with you,
so much to be done.
Ishioma, on that. And this next story, yes, it concerns you because you're a barrister, you're in the legal profession, and you're the NBA, the Nigerian Bar Association, the regulatory body for lawyers in Nigeria, has banned the congratulatory messages and advertorials for newly appointed SANs.
I love that.
What's your take on that?
I love that. It's simple. I mean, why are you congratulating them? Most of the time, the truth is that, I'm trying to be frank here, the motive why a lot of these persons do it is not because, they want to support or they love the fact that this individual became. It's just because they know that these individuals, they go through the pages of the paper. So when they say, this person posted, it's just pure favor. They want to be noticed rather than they sitting there to do their duties.
Will be happy because it's
they won't be happy revenue.
It's making money for them.
Of course,
and
but
another thing I would want,
making money and doing what is right, which should come first. We all should sacrifice at some point in time for the growth of the nation, for policies to be right. So
I believe beyond because it's always been a concern of mine, beyond the Nigerian Bar Association banning SANS congratulation messages for SANS, I think the president should put his foot down. When ministers are appointed, it's only in Nigeria that I see people congratulating you. You were appointed on merit, so why do you congratulate? It's not, you're not doing us a favor. You're a servant to the people, so why do you congratulate them?
That's it.
Yeah.
These are some of the things we need to be amended. Okay, so let me take this last story here, and it's on road maintenance. Now, federal government still owes states 522 billion naira. Now, the National Economic Council has confirmed that 13 states of the Federation complied with the requirements for the reimbursement of funds which were used in the maintenance of federal roads worth 535.5 billion, while only 13 billion was disbursed as at 2013. Now, the governors of Oyo, that's Abiola Ajimobi, Kano, Delta State, Benue State, briefed State House correspondents on the outcome of the meeting, which was presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Governor Ajimobi said 8 states have complied with the disbursement requirements, while 21 others were yet to comply. He said that the NEC was told by the central bank governor, Godwin Emefiele, that 18 states have drawn from the intervention fund, which was issued by Buhari's administration, while applications from a number of other states are being processed. Now, please, as regards the issue of road maintenance, I'm happy that we have to confirm if Lagos State is amongst those states. I can speak for Lagos State because this is where I'm resident at. So I move around and I see the states of the roads. I mean, the states are in such deplorable states. But why is it most of the time they always say they spend this amount of money, they spend XYZ amount of money in maintaining when you cannot see? I mean, the rainy seasons are here. And look at traffic congestion everywhere. Look at the lives which have been lost because of the states of these roads. Look at the increase in armed robbery activities because the roads are bad. So people are trapped. And you come up with these exorbitant figures,
what would you say,
and you wonder.
Is the solution to this? If we do practice true federalism, and the state is closer to the people, and these governors have access to much more funds, don't you think it would be they would be in a better place to provide infrastructure to the people than Abuja having all this money and just dispersing to them cap in hand at the end of a month? Because it seems to be a system that's not working. I mean,
because if you look at the provision of the Constitution, I mean, the federal government, it runs also in the concurrent expenditure. The federal government and the state government, they have powers on capital projects. And that's why we usually have this disparity as regards this state coming out to say, I spent XYZ amount of money on maintaining. There should be clear-cut, responsibilities here. Let the federal government completely wash their hands over capital projects. Let the states and the local governments be the ones responsible.
There's some projects,
really?
landmark projects, that states wouldn't have those kind of funds to prosecute. So I guess that's I think the federal government now can do that in partnership with the state government. The state government will provide certain amount of funds, and then the federal government will support it. Doesn't mean the federal government should handle that alone. Yes. Because most of the time, even the issue of federal roads and state roads, I mean, personally, I don't buy into that. As long as that road is within a particular state, it should be within the jurisdiction of that state, not the federal government coming in. Because I recall during the Obasanjo administration, there were issues, there were still disparities as regards I own federal road, I own state road. Look at during the time when the Apapa gridlock was heavy, where we had tankers which just took over the roads, and it caused a lot of inconveniences to Lagos residents. I mean, can you recall that there were issues like the federal government were saying, no, this is a federal roads, you cannot do this, you cannot impound this, and the states were complaining. So there should be clear-cut separation as regards this. These are some of the policies which we hope President Muhammadu Buhari will focus on. If we allow him focus, rather than allowing him, inviting him here and there to come and commission projects, I mean, that doesn't work for me. I mean, the president has his itinerary and plan, so
exactly.
He decides where he wants to go and what projects he wants to attend to. But I think the job of a president does not mean you multi-focus on different issues, and it's a very
issues as regards policies, issues as regards security, the environment, not coming to build or commission projects. That's how I see it.
It's one
That's
of
my
his
opinion.
duties, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's quickly look at this. Now, on Monday, Dakwana, we talked about capital punishment, and it was heated because Nigerians aired their views as regards capital punishment for corruption.
What's the general opinion on that? From feedback from the listeners.
Well,
and
okay,
viewers,
because we had some individuals calling to say that they wanted life imprisonment, and some coming out to say they supported my opinion, death penalty. And Dakwa took life imprisonment, I took death penalty. And my position for death penalty was that, look, if you allow these people be in prison, I mean, let's recall what happened. A certain governor, I mean, I really do not like calling their names, but of course, Nigerians understand who I'm referring to. A certain governor who was alleged to have stolen such humongous amounts of money was faced jail term, and then when he came out, he was granted presidential pardon. And look, his slate has been wiped clean. He can contest or run for office like a clean individual who has not committed any.
Towards abolishing capital punishment is just a decent thing to do, because you shouldn't have finality over a person's life and end life. Because what if there's a miscarriage of justice? What happens?
Okay, now let me. Oh, okay.
What happens?
So that individual.
Are you going to bring that
so you're saying now
you're
saying that individual should become a sacred cow. That individual.
Not a sacred cow. Do you know what life
should be protected by law.
Do you
My
know
friend,
what life
now let us picture in the health sector. Imagine how much has been embezzled.
I know the danger.
Imagine the number of people who have died because of one individual's corrupt activities.
Yes.
So you're saying that the lives of those people
putting them
are
jail,
less to that individual.
That's not. It's not a direct comparison.
People can break out of jail.
If you send them to jail, you have
people break out of jail. Gbenga.
Properly persecute them. You seize their property. I think that's fair enough for me. And
but look, give them the
adequate sentence as stipulated by the law. I think it's fine with me.
Personally, I still maintain that death penalty should be the way out.
Okay.
Because it helps in curbing. Now, what death penalty will do, it will serve as a deterrent. Now, let's look at Indonesia.
Look at countries that have...
Indonesia, for me, is one of those typical examples. In Indonesia, once you get into Indonesia and you're caught with hard drugs, your sentence is death penalty. It hasn't stopped, but it has helped reduce it drastically.
It's a flawed argument to assume that because
who goes ahead
of the death penalty in some countries, it's not stopped corruption in China, for example. Chinese authorities kill people because of corruption. Last week, a senior party member, former party member in the Communist Party, was alleged to have been corrupt. So if it served as a deterrent, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, there won't be any cases of corruption in China.
Understand that we have different societies, different behavioral patterns, different laws, and different modus operandi of some of these laws. In Africa, my opinion has been, and my opinion now is based on what I have seen over time. Africans, by nature, they love to see it. Okay, when this thing has happened to this individual, then they'll be beaten into line. Then they want to follow. They want to be careful. So I'm saying that if we have capital punishment, I'm talking about death penalty now for those who have been corrupt, those who have stolen and looted the commonwealth of the Nigerian people, it will serve as a good deterrent to others.
Okay.
That's it for me. That's it.
We'll go on a quick break now, and when we come back, we'll continue our discussion. We have an interesting guest in the building. We'll introduce him and continue with the Crossfire show. Do stay with us.
So, did you like what you just saw? I know you did. It's very simple. If you want to see more, just subscribe to our channel right now.